We back in Pagosa Springs. Made it home from San Diego late last night. We live. Welcome everybody. No way. The same. Once in a lifetime. Sun. Run. We got the Cast King Spartacus fishing rods and reel combo.
Don't show me.
Can't.
Just saying.
But neighbors can probably see ya.
I just want to air dry.
Maybe close the blinds, Robin. There may be these ones.
Yes, that one. Oh, keep the house cooler too.
What's up, DGO? We just got back from vacation late last night. We're just hanging out, doing our morning stream, getting back to TikTok. I hope you guys all had a good start to your day today. We just chilling. Hold on.
I didn't see you scratch my chair. So Misty's using this thing if it lays flat on the ground.
What, this?
Yeah,
Scratch board?
it has to be laying flat on the ground and she'll use it. I saw her use it yesterday.
Insights. Make live melodious with music. We are actually listening to music. Slightly stupid. Sharing out the Cast King Spartacus Fishing 2. Been a while since we've been live. We had to get back to the swing of things now that we're home. We took a nice long vacation from TikTok and spent time with just the fam, focusing in on having fun. You know, can't film everything, can't always be online, can't always stream. And we gotta enjoy what we're doing. What's up, Allison? How are you doing? Hope all is well. We just got back from our amazing family vacation in San Diego. It was fucking epic. Brought home some calico bass that we caught. Got to do a little bit of everything. Thanks for the heart, me. But it's been really good last week. Getting that time to go do the fam thing, hang out, see your friends and stuff in San Diego. Get to really enjoy an epic stay at a nice resort. It was pretty badass, I must say. Work hard, play harder. We worked hard this last year to get to where we're at, so we're pumped. Because spin casting reels fucking suck. They're for beginners. You can't catch big bass and feel and use the right techniques to fish for bass without a bait caster. So, yeah, Jeremy Wade uses spinning when he can't use a bait caster. Bait casters are what it's all about. It's what all the pros use. You can feel the lures better, the baits better, the bites better. If you want to be like a what do they call them? A Guggen from Florida that fishes spinning reels on saltwater fish, fish a spinner the rest of your life. Get a spin cast reel and fish like a old guy from 1920. But the newest technologies are in bait casting reels. I don't have to try and convince you. When you've cast one, you'll know you can cast further. They're way more expensive, but it's like going from riding a old school bike with the basket and flowers in front of your bike, and maybe it's painted really pretty colors, to going to a 10-speed. A 10-speed's gonna get you fast. It's gonna be a racing bike. It's got gears. It's got all the widgets and gadgets to perform. Same thing with a bait caster. A spinning reel is for finesse fishing and fishing for trout, bluegill, crappie, smallmouth bass, or small bass. Oh, it's going to take a long time to learn how to cast a bait caster. You're going to go through a lot of line. You're going to backlash like a motherfucker. It's part of the learning curve. When you cast, you got to learn to barely put your thumb on the spool. And it's a feeling. But they do have like digital casting reels now that kind of help do that. I would recommend learn with just a basic bait caster. Start simple. But it's to each his own, but bait casters are the way to go, like, and conventional reels for ocean. Yeah, so find a nice bait caster. You can get one even at a Walmart, like a Black Max, Abu Garcia. Those are good, decent starting bait casting reels to learn on. Do a lot of YouTube video watching of people talking about how to set up your bait caster and cast it properly. But it's all just getting out there and doing it more than anything. I can't count how many times I casted in my backyard as a kid to practice, get what I wanted to do. But like all the fishing for bigger fish or for using the right techniques, you want a bait caster reel and rod. But it's a lot more money. It definitely is. But I mean, nothing against fishermen that use spinning rods. I use spinning rods every now and then, but they're nothing like a bait caster. The tug is my rug. You mean drug? Yeah, when I buy fishing shit, I try and stick with certain brands or type of equipment. I don't just buy anything. I use certain brands because they're reliable and I don't waste my money. Yeah, you can say drug. Why wouldn't you be able to say drug? You can say just about anything. It's how you put it in context. It's how you say words. But it all depends what you're doing on TikTok, you know? And who's watching. When I got 2 people in the room, I could probably say just about any bad word or any word I want. It's not like there's a lot of people in here. Nobody's looking to report me right now. The AI algorithms might catch something, but I don't, like I said, put it in content. Brian Ducker, welcome. I can risk anything without violation, very close to getting shut out. Is that because of your lures? Did you get in trouble? Did you get in trouble, Allison, for your lures? This is what I was telling you earlier. Why not to sell those lures? One, you're not making any money off those lures. You can sell 1,000 of them and you might only make $100, right? That's a waste of time. Go sell real lures that people really want to fish with and get real sponsors like we were talking about. Yeah, see, for trying to sell some stupid lure that might get some traffic in the room because people want to stare at dicks isn't going to help your business or you financially, right? Yeah, made $100 in a week. You could have made $1,000 in a week if you were selling fishing rods. Sell stuff that's going to make you money. You need to sell stuff that gives you at least a big commission. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. That's what I'm trying to teach you. Like, imagine if you worked at a car dealership and you said, I made $100 this week. I sold a bunch of car floor mats. People are like, yeah, we're selling cars here. We're trying to sell cars, not floor mats. Good, you made $100 on floor mats. Awesome. But let's sell a car. Yeah, I get it. Got to start somewhere. Don't waste your time selling shit that's not going to pay you what's worth your time and not going to get you in trouble. If you're going to sell something and it's going to get you in trouble, that defeats all the purpose of the efforts you put in. Like getting a band to try and sell something that no one's going to pay you worth the band, fuck that. That's where we got to be smart really about what we sell and what we promote and use this as your business. Like, think of yourself as a professional fisherwoman. You're not there yet, but you could get there. But selling stupid gimmick lures is never going to get you to professional woman fishing status or sponsored or anything else. They're never going to sponsor you with those lures. You know, you want Cast King to sponsor you. Wear their shit and sell it. You want Shimano, you want Abu Garcia, you want the big names. Imagine you had a big forehead and your name was Fishing Factor. Imagine. Well, don't imagine. Look at it. Yeah, Cast King's pretty decent. I wouldn't say they're the best. Like, let me look at the commissions on this. From what I sell, because it might not even be a good commission. I can't even see how much I earned from selling it. But what you want to do is find the products that are going to get you paid decent commissions on the product you're selling. Otherwise, it's a waste of our time. And that's what I've learned. If it's a good brand, Chatterbait. Let's go with Chatterbait, right? They're a good bladed jig brand. It's selling for $11.99. But do you know how, like, this is something that all bass fishermen buy and throw in their tackle box, right? But do you know how many of these I have to sell to actually make any decent commissions? Like, I'm not going to spend my whole life trying to sell bladed artificial jigs for chatterbaits. I'll promote them a little bit, but where I'm going to look at is, like, I want to put a boat in here. I want to put kayak. I want to put the electronics that people are using for their boat. You want to step it up. Find those mid-tier to like expensive more items that people are going to buy and earn really good commission. And then, you know, if I earned $1,000 commission off something and because I said a word, I wouldn't care about the suspension or anything else. But when they only pay me $1 or $2, I'm not promoting you guys. I'm not going to share that brand. You know what I mean? That's where I've learned, like, we got to be smart with the time or who we promote, because there's just a lot of junk on here. There's a lot of junk fishing lures, a lot of junk stuff. And where I'm looking for is the stuff that's going to catch fish or actually gonna make money or get me sponsored for a real brand so that I can promote them, run tournaments, do things like that. So where I'm looking at now, after my trip, I'm working a lot of the business side of fishing is connecting with a bunch of charter businesses in San Diego and throughout, and trying to book trips. So what we're gonna eventually be doing is selling trips down here, and booking those for people to go fishing, and those are gonna earn commissions better than most fishing tackle. So we're working on it. We've got in the works with C4 Sport Fishing. We've connected with them, connected with my friends' boats, and we're gonna start trying to push fishing charters and trips all around the West and down to Mexico and Panama. Going to the Great Lakes in 5 days. First time tips. Target smallmouth bass. That would be my tip. Pick one species. I would say smallmouth bass. They're what's biting right now in this time of year. Target those. Talk to the local shops, what they're using, what they're doing to catch them, and go to those places. But smallmouth bass fishing is on fire in the Great Lakes area. Bluegill, trout, they'll be around. They're always around. I would say definitely smallmouth bass is where you probably have the most fun if you start hooking into them. I think there's some steelhead salmon up in Great Lakes. They're not as common as what I've known. But yeah. But definitely, I always say check out the local shops. Like, go in there and have a talk with them. That's where I learned the most fishing, like just standing in a tackle shop, talking to the owners. This is what you need. This is what you use. This is how you use it. This is what you're looking for. So I remember I was probably like 12 years old, and we went to Lake Tahoe, where I'm not really familiar. Fishing Lake Tahoe, it's a deep lake. They got lake trout and all kinds of freshwater fish in it. So we went to a local shop, and I wanted to catch a lake trout. So we asked, what do we do to catch a lake trout? The dude hooked us up almost everything we needed to do to catch a lake trout. We got a bait basket. We caught bait fish in. We got all the right hooks, the weights. We went to the exact right spot and depth, dropped down, and we hooked up to a lake trout, but lost it. And actually lost one of our fishing rods over the side too. But they gave us all the information we needed to have success. Illinois and Indiana. I'll talk to some locals and the tackle shop. Yeah. And YouTube. So YouTube, the area you're going to go fish. And then you'll find out what they're doing, what they're catching. And then kind of also the time of year. So right now it's beginning of August, late July, right? So that's the time period you're trying to look at targeting these fish species of what's active. Largemouth bass are around, but they could be difficult in the Great Lakes versus catching smallmouth that will be kind of concentrated in schooling up, feeding on more bait fish, things like that. They'll probably be about 30 feet, 20 to 30 feet of depth. But that's where you can use things like those spoon lures, the dangle, Doppler, whatever things you want to call them. But, you know, those lures are a gimmick is what I would say. Small ones are great, though. I'll try for a PB. Yes, smallmouth bass are super fun. I mean, targeting big fish is really about going to the right places where big fish are. and the right time of year and spending the right amount of time having the right equipment. I have friends that fish for muskie and they waste a lot of time, a lot of hours, a lot of money chasing fish that they don't even catch. Channel your Jeremy Wade. Well, if you're going to channel Jeremy Wade, you got to study like Jeremy Wade. Become a scientist of the fish you're trying to catch. Targeting walleye, nice. Walleye are really good fishing. It's good walleye fishing in the winter. Ice fishing for walleye is probably some of the best way to target walleye. I'm going to try and get on some ice fishing this winter, hopefully up to Wisconsin area, and get on some walleye. We have walleye in some areas around here, but it's not a common fish. Hawaii, ahi. Ahi is awesome. Lots of tuna right now in San Diego. They're catching offshore. You have a lot of walleye. Yeah, you just got to pick the right time of year they're biting and where to target them. But there's all kinds of fish and fish species to target. Main thing is you learn a lot by watching and reading. If you really want to get into bass fishing, Allison, pick up some Bassmaster magazines, sign up for Bassmaster and start reading the magazines, or start watching a lot of bass fishing, and you'll learn a lot. I'm a Pisces, don't target me. I target all fish. With a bass, nice. But yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of different fishing. Like, some people just fish to recreate. Some people fish for sport. Some people fish for a job, career. It all depends what you're doing. I like catching fish, having fun. I like doing a little bit of it all. But you definitely want to continue to learn. Yeah. And get stuff for free, yeah. I want you to get the stuff for free, but I want you to get good stuff. Not waste time on the shit stuff. Because you know what? Fishing's always going to sell you shitty stuff, too. There's always new things that come out. Like these sea urchins, I've seen a ton of them. They're nothing new, like I said. This is not a new, type of lure. This is nothing different than a jig, but it's just a plastic form of a jig. So it's just think of a skirt and a weight at the end. That's a jig, right? I think I got one. Let me go get a jig real quick. So these urchins do the same exact thing as a weighted jig. And all this is a skirt on a weight, right? Well, those have been used since the beginning of fishing time. These little jigs, right? And so the sea urchin is just basically a plastic form of it. Yeah, we playing stick figure. That background is San Diego. That was where we stayed. That was our view from our hotel. We got the bay and then the ocean. And we were staying at the Hyatt in San Diego on Mission Bay. That was our view from our room. And then I walked down the road or down the block, and I was at the fishing landing where I was fishing this last week. But there's different types of these jigs. Pull this one out. Should probably unpin this while I talk about it. So this is just a swimming jig. This one is made for swimming, so really casting out, reeling in, and you put a trailer on it. But it does the same thing as basically these sea urchins that everyone's going crazy on. Like, it's no different. It's just a ball of fuzz, right? And the fish go crazy for them. Why? Because it looks similar to what they feed on.
What time is it?
But we like to use jigs because they catch a lot of fish.
11, we gotta go, guys.
Miles away. Do you want me going with you girls? Huh, babe? I'd rather kind of kick it.
How's that? Fix my bangs.
I like them.
That's how I have to start
Okay.
training them. Do I look younger with my bangs, guys? I cut bangs.
My wife's got bangs.
We're gonna start training them, girls.
She got a haircut in San Diego.
I gave myself bangs. It's been like, I don't know. Since before we got together, since the last time I had bangs.
Damn. I never seen her with bangs. She's banging.
I'm banging it.
Here's your visor.
No, I don't want that today. I gotta work on my bangs. Training. See how this one's trying to be funny? We gotta train these bad boys to go that way. I might have to go get the curling iron.
Get your face out of this live stream.
Well, I'm on my way to go take the kids to get their physicals so we can get their ticket to play.
And then food. I'll have the fish all cleaned up by then. Cooler unpacked.
Stephanie already texted me if we like the microwave, and I said, to be honest with
I
you,
haven't used it yet.
we just got back last night. It looks beautiful, though. I'll let you know how it works.
But we got a bunch of different lures we picked up at Bass Pro Shops. We didn't spend a ton of money. We just got some jigs, some skirts, some stickers. This is all, I spent more money on stickers than I did on lures at Bass Pro Shops. And then I got some hats.
Where's all the lighters?
I got a really cool old school Bass
What'd you
Pro
do with all
Shop.
the lighters?
I have one in my pocket, extra.
You have an extra?
Here,
Thank you.
this is my favorite new Bass Pro Shops hat. Old school one. So we picked those up. We stopped at Bass Pro Shops in Peoria area of Arizona. Grabbed some cool stuff. Stickers for the boat and whatnot. But welcome in everybody. We're just talking a little bit of fishing, a little bit of this, that. So Allison, did you get a ban or restriction or what's going on? Tell me the scoop. What happened? What'd you get smacked down on you? I know it's because these stupid ass lures. That's what pisses me off. Same thing happened to Kuya trying to sell something that was a plushie. TikTok has the Karen. It is a Karen of middle school principals, so it will overreact to the stupidest shit. That's why I've learned not to kind of advertise certain things because it's not really worth the payment. so to speak, or time and effort. So that's the frustrating thing. You're gonna always have to learn the hard way on this app, because the app doesn't want to teach us how to correctly do things. It's just gonna catch us doing things. But let's pin the next product. We've got all 5 products. Ooh, pinned. Let's remove the products. Tears of the Sun. It's so weird how people will spend a ton of money on certain gimmicks. If I'm gonna spend a bunch of money, it better be on a good swim bait. Something that's gonna catch fish. Yeah, have a blessed day there, AOC. Carol Ann. Just a beach and country girl who loves, still barefoot, still love the unlovable, and trying to forgive the unforgivable, because we're all just okay. Right on. Thanks for stopping in. Tears of the Sun. So we're back from our San Diego vacation. Welcome everybody. We're rocking out to some stick figure. Just doing a little recovery, physically and mentally. Recharged hard this weekend. We got 2 packets of blackjacks. 2 packs of blackjacks. And even a clove. Friends of the Veterans, what's up, buddy? Sorry we missed the battle yesterday. We were on the road. I don't know if you and Janoy ended up getting to battle and connect. I totally feel like I dropped the ball on you guys. We're going to have to come show you guys some love and get you guys connected. Had a really long day on the road yesterday. We didn't have much service most of the time. Actually, one of the leaders stepped in and I had a good battle. Awesome, dude. I'm glad, bro. I'm sorry if there was any kind of confusion yesterday or anything. I blame myself for not being around and helping out the situation. So we won't let that happen again. We won't schedule something when I'm on the road. Just too much going on to keep track of for me. But we had basically like a week where we kind of were off this app. We did a little bit of streaming when We had Janoy with us at the hotel and stuff, but then we kind of just took time to just hang with the family and spend time doing the family things and enjoying San Diego. So it was really nice. Had a good trip. What's up, Tasty Crammel? Welcome to the stream. We'll give you a follow back. I would say add a bio to your profile and you will start getting more followers as well than the amount of people you're following. Let me pull you up, bro.
Hey,
What's up, man?
it was what's her name? That one of the leaders. I forget her name. The darker skinned lady.
Steeped in Purpose?
Yeah, I think
Okay, awesome.
not a leader, but leader. You know.
Yeah, she's one of our managers.
Yeah. So she stepped in to help.
Awesome. So John wasn't live or what? I'm gonna have to give you
Your
some
son wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give him
Tell
some
later.
shit. He should have known and should have been there.
But you know, it happened. So
Yeah, but it's been happening too much.
yeah.
When it's our own agency, we shouldn't have a no-show. You know what I mean?
But there was at least one of our other people stepped in, like you stepped in, or
Yeah,
so that's better than nothing.
yeah.
That's why I said.
I get it. He if he doesn't get reminded, he'll forget as well. Just like my
He said
memory, kind of.
that he had appointment and stuff like that while he wasn't on.
That sucks.
Yeah. I'm not.
But I won't let that happen again. It was literally I wasn't expecting to not have service, and we were driving. We drove like 10+ hours yesterday. We didn't get home till after midnight. So we had a really long day at end of our trip. Kind of tried to drag it out because we wanted it to keep going.
To be around your kid, I understand.
Yeah. So I didn't do a lot of going live when I was there because I just wanted to have fun in the moment, you know? Sometimes I like being on vacation and not having to worry about my phone or film or take pictures of everything.
Yep. And don't worry, I'm not upset. You know, I'm the type that usually like that. Whatever.
Yeah, I know. Me too. I'm pretty but you know, we made the poster. We wanted to get you guys all ready. We'll just have to try and make something up for it.
I was having a problem with my gloves and stuff like that. Getting those.
Yeah. Yeah, I've just been having trouble trying to get back onto schedule off vacation. I just unpacked my car this morning. Still gotta shave my face. Gotta clean up around my house. Been gone for a week. I came home and one of my cats killed a bird and got feathers everywhere, all over.
They give you a gift of feathers.
Yeah, I had to say what's up. Working from the lake today. Right on, Heather. That sounds like a good way to work today.
I'm going to be doing some laser engraving later today.
Nice. We drove through Arizona yesterday and it was 118 degrees.
You glad you're not in there?
Fuck. It was so hot. So hot. I was not doing good yesterday in that heat. Nice. Jump in the lake. Go live from the lake. Film some lake content.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and maybe go fishing this afternoon. I kind of feel like I didn't get enough fishing on my trip. I would have fished a lot more, but like I said, we were with family, and the trip was more about family and my kids than me just going fishing. So I am glad I got to squeeze in some fishing, though.
That's good. I'm glad. you had your vacation with your kid.
Yeah, oh, it was awesome. We stayed at such a nice hotel too. Got to take wife out for a little dinner cruise on a boat too. It was kind of
Yeah.
cool.
Only bad thing about where I live, there's no TikTok Go going. You know, like at the
Yeah,
hotels and stuff.
for the hotel stuff. Yeah, I did some content for TikTok Go, like filmed it, but we'll see if I put it together. What's up, Toy Shark? Just got back from vacation in San Diego. We just hanging out, back to going live, getting a live schedule going. Try to be more consistent on here, doing work and
Yep.
networking here. But we took a week off to just enjoy time with the family, visit friends, and it was good. It was good times. I was sick most of it with my stomach, though. That was the hard
Oh
part.
man.
Yeah, I was puking like the first 2 days, all day, every day. And then I was luckily feeling good enough to go out on the fishing boat, which was nice. But that kicked my ass, and I got really tired from going fishing. But I pretty much had an upset stomach the entire vacation, which kind of sucked because there's a lot of food I wanted to eat that I didn't go eat because I wasn't feeling good. Like In-N-Out Burger. Didn't even have an In-N-Out Burger while I was in California.
One thing I'm going to be drinking right now that helps me with a lot of my gut is kombucha. KOM
Kombucha?
with ginger in it
Nice.
and lemon.
Ginger lemonade.
Yeah. I get from Costco. That's one of the ones I get.
Yeah, I gotta make me some breakfast here in about the next 10 minutes or so. Just
And I'm going to also take turmeric.
still waking up, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Getting my brain unscrambled.
Did you have your coffee yet?
No, I haven't even had coffee.
Go start that.
Yeah, I know. I've been slow to get up this morning. We're still the wife and girls just had to go had to go to the hospital to get physicals for my daughter's cheer season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can bring up some guests. Hold on one sec. Let me send the invitation. What's up?
Hey, what's
How are
up?
you?
Mission
How are you?
Factor, good. How are you?
Good. Just got back from
Hi.
vacation late last night. Got home like around 1 o'clock. So I'm a
San
little
Diego?
slow today. Yeah, we were in San Diego. Drove like we stayed in Arizona the night before last, and we drove about like 10 plus hours last night.
Are you from the West Coast?
Yeah, I'm from San Diego. We moved to Colorado here about 2.5 years ago. So
Okay.
we live in Colorado now, but we still like to go back and visit friends and family, and we did a kind of a last minute 1 week vacation out there, and it was fun. It kicked our ass, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you always got to go back home, dude. Even though you moved to Colorado, like I'm in Florida. I'm from San Francisco. I'm from the Bay Area,
So you missed
you got to go. Yeah. Oh my God, I miss it, but then I know that's not where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know I'm an explorer. Anybody that's from somewhere and they move to a different state, they're explorers. They're not meant to be in that state still. That's why they bounced.
Yeah.
That's why they left.
Yeah. California just got really expensive for when I had to retire from my injury, so we had to find a better way to provide and still, have a good place to bring up our kids. So that's why we picked Colorado. That and it was closer to family where we could get help with me and stuff. So
Honestly, fishing factor. I love California. It's just not the same anymore.
oh no, it's not.
Like you said, it's too
Definitely not.
expensive. But something about the energy in Cali is just not the same. I'm not connecting with it. That's why I moved. I moved to Vegas. I lived in I'm born and raised in San Francisco. Grew up in Daly City.
Oh, right
North,
on.
the Bay Area. Then I moved to Vegas in 2013, lived in Vegas for 8 years. And then I met the father. And, my son was born in Vegas. And then me and the father didn't work out. Unfortunately, we didn't work out, but that's fine. And then we moved to Florida because my sister lives in Florida. So
Oh, nice.
from Cali to
Switch
Nevada
states.
to Florida. Feels like I'm on the run here.
Yeah.
My wife was born here in California, went to like New Jersey area and all that. She
Uh-huh.
came back to California and she said she doesn't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah. I like California. I just don't like the gas prices that I saw. I don't like the traffic that I was in because we don't have any traffic in Colorado. And then in the other feel I have sometimes when I'm in San Diego or California, it's like everyone's just like racing everywhere to do something. And it's like, I'm on vacation. I ain't trying to go anywhere fast. I'm just chilling.
Yep.
So I'm like, what happened to the chill vibe of San Diego where no one's in a rush to do shit? Like everyone's
How much was the
rushing.
gas there when you were at the gas pump in San Diego?
Oh, gas was like $5.80 something. I want to say. Yeah,
Dang.
Like
it
six
was
where I live.
ridiculous. Yeah. I think
Who
we
is this
did
on the
pay almost
podcast? Who is this? Who are
this
you
is
on the podcast?
my friend Joey's Friends of Veterans. He's
Hi,
part of
Joey.
our network, Apple Juice Creator Network, that I'm a part of.
His name is
Yeah.
Joey.
Joe.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Joe. My name is Nicole. I'm AKA the Toy Shark. Hey.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hi. Hey. So is
Apologies.
California the new New York?
I don't know. I need to know it's freaking definitely got a ton of people there.
I
I'm
live
not
up in
used
the
to
north.
seeing so many people anymore. I used to, but
Who lived in New York? Anybody live in New York?
I've traveled there a bunch. I have family there.
I said I live up in the north of California, almost
Where-
as far north as you could go.
Or were you though by not Eureka?
No,
Eureka.
he's
You
by,
know how
like,
there's different.
Eureka.
Oh, you're Eureka?
Close.
Yeah.
Oh, you're over there in that area, like Redding, like over there, Sacramento, Redding.
Yeah.
Between
Yeah.
Eureka, Redding, Ukiah, that area.
Yep, I had my fair share of hanging out over there back in the day. I remember I used to work for this perfume job. Oh my god, dude, it was one of the best jobs I've ever had. I had so much fun. We were hustling out on the street, selling perfume to people. Oh my god, I loved it. So we would travel everywhere in the Bay, Sacramento, Eureka, Redding. This is back in the day, like in the 90s, early 2000s, where people used to kick it, have fun at work, and everything would be okay. Like at least we got to experience that era. You know what I mean? I grew up in the 90s where dudes used to ask for our phone numbers in the mall, and then and me and my cousins, we would see how many numbers we can get from dudes. Like, we're gonna get that dude's number right there. Hey, we're gonna get that.
The ball was awesome. It was like you could do everything, and so many things happened at the mall. Like nowadays, you go to a mall and it's a ghost town.
Dude, fishing factor. Dude, me and my son went to the mall yesterday. Oh my god, there was nobody in the stores.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I said
our mall is not like that. It's still there's a lot of stores gone, but it's still pretty packed.
That's good.
okay, good. So we're not totally losing it like Ghost Town. That's good. Maybe it was just we just had an off day that day. I don't know.
I don't like the fact that everyone buys online now. It's like I want to buy it and I want to touch it, feel it, try it on, see I like it, But
To a certain extent, I can see it both ways.
You know what? There is a love-hate relationship to this new era. Like, say for example, back in the day, Fishing Factor in the '90s, you probably wouldn't be doing your podcast this right now. Like everything,
definitely
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
All
so
different
technology.
things.
Exactly. You know, every 10 years, the decade changes. Every 10 years, it changes. The 60s is different from the 70s. The 70s different from the 80s. The 80s different from the 90s. 90s to the 2000. They're gonna change. And the next 10 years, it's gonna be something different. They have to do that. The government. I guess the government.
I used to think like in the '90s. I'm like, man, talking to my parents, like, what was the '50s like, and like thought about like how the '50s was like so nostalgic and everything, and poodle skirts and like steaks and
I was
fries
born in
and
79.
hamburgers at the diner, and then now I like think about my kids, it's 2026. Well, 40 years ago for them was the '80s, and like it wasn't too far long ago.
For real.
So I picture things like that, like put it in perspective of like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dang man, not only am I getting old, but like the times have really changed from the '80s or the '90s. Like it's nothing like it is now, and you definitely got to learn to adapt and keep up with the times. Otherwise, you won't be relevant.
Yeah, I was, like I said in the chat, that year I was born, this the year.
79, same here, bud. We're born the same year.
I was the late 79s, but
same here.
I'm 83. I'm 1983. 1983. Yeah, I'm 83.
Nice. Yeah, we all grew up in a great, I would say the best time period to grow up as a kid, because it was the last freedom people had before phones. Now phones
ramps up
might
in a
help
hill.
us out a lot, but it was so weird to be off my phone for like a week on my vacation and just enjoy life. So it was nice.
Well, Fishing Factor, you're a nature. You like nature. You explore. You like being on the water. So you have an old school way of living, and you still enjoy it. So I appreciate that. You like the water and stuff like that. And you don't really need your phone. Like the way you do things is an old school, beautiful nature way. You still enjoy. You're not all that techie person, but you are when you come on your podcast. I
try to learn it, but I'm not good with it. I fight it.
I've got both.
I believe that, Bo. But I believe anybody that was born in the late 70s and early 80s, we have this. We have a we can connect with each other. We have this. We grew up in the same type of era, so we got to stick together, you guys. We got to stick together.
Going outside, playing till the lights came on.
Yeah.
And your parents just knew you were somewhere in the neighborhood. They would find you. They just had to yell.
My dad had a whistle.
Whistle.
Loud whistle.
That's hella funny. You guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Nolan Wells case. Do you guys know anything about that? I want to talk to you guys about the Nolan Wells case. When you guys get a chance, type in Nolan Nolan Wells.
Okay.
A lot of people, pass away, accidents or whatever. But Fishing Factor, I wanted to talk to you about it also. And Joe, this is my first time meeting you. Fishing Factor, you be on the water, and I know that you can relate to this story. So a group of friends, went out to I forgot the name of the island in Mississippi. Damn, I forgot the name of the island. Oh my God. They went the 4th of July, and a lot of them were underage. I heard that there was drinking on there. There was drugs there. We don't know what happened, but they went to an island, Horn Island. That's what it is. Horn Island, 4th of July. And a black boy, his name is Nolan Wells, and it doesn't really matter because I hung out with all these different nationalities. This is Mississippi. So he was with a whole bunch of his Caucasian friends, and then the Caucasian friends came back, but Nolan Wells didn't. The Caucasian boys, they brought his phone back to the mom, and they tracked his phone with 360 and Snapchat. But supposedly there was an argument before they went out on the boat, which doesn't make any sense. Why would he still go with them when there was an argument? So, anyways, there. If you guys look at the case, it happened 4th of July. They all went on a boat. One of the kids that was with him, his mom is a judge. So there's always going to be that group of friends where the police officer is the dad or the mom.
Yeah.
There's always going to be. I think there's always that. But anyways, I feel so bad because he's out on the water in the Mississippi water, dude. That's one of the worst ways.
He drowned or got lost.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what they're saying. They feel like that he either drowned. They drowned. They can't. They don't. They did like examine the body. They don't know if it's foul play. They're still investigating. They don't know. But the thing is, though, this is what I don't know. I don't really like speculating, but these kids are 21 and younger. First of all, there's alcohol. Somebody bought the alcohol. When you guys kick it with your boys back in the day, someone's always supplying the alcohol, or whatever. And I think it's just really, really like suspicious at the same time, because there was an argument before they went out on the boat. You know what I mean? So they don't know what happened, and they said that they left. Play. Yeah, they don't know. They don't know because his body was found on July 6th, but then he went out to Horn Island on July 4th. I don't know. All I know is that they're investigating. There's going to be a trial. There's a lot of people involved. There's like 300 to 400 people on that island, and no one saw anything. No one said anything. I've been following the case. They said that
it's about 300, roughly, young adults on that island.
Yes, exactly.
Party.
Now they did say that he was talking to a girl named Katie, and then the friend said, "Hey, we're gonna go, we're leaving now." And then they said that the black dude Nolan said, "No, I'm gonna stay with Katie, a girl that he just met." And they said, okay, so they left him, but Katie said, conflicting, this is where it gets suspicious. Katie said that Nolan said he's going to go back with his friends. Another thing that's really suspicious is Nolan is a college athlete playing football, plays football. So why would someone that is going to be a football player, and they said that there were scouts observing him, watching, he's going to go to the NFL. Yeah. So why would he do something? And he's supposed to go on Monday. They're supposed to be playing back on football on Monday. Right. I know that if my life was together and I'm an athlete, I'm going to play football. I'm 18 years old. You wouldn't. I don't. Something happened.
You'd hope.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, things always happen on big holidays, is what I've always said. Like to my kids and friends, like being a firefighter, like I've been on a lot of fatality calls on 4th of July, and the day before 4th of July, day after, there wasn't any fatalities, but 4th of July, we lost a lot of people because not only the drinking, fireworks, boating, people take risks, so when they're out trying to have fun, or it's a holiday and this is my day to get it. Like New Year's, I always say, is the most amateur night to ever go and say, I'm going to go drinking. Like, if you don't drink all the time, well, that's not the night to go out and go drinking, because you're just going to put yourself on the road with everyone else that's had a drink, and you're taking the risk to die, So I've always said, like, we go down to Baja, Mexico, and there's not even a hospital or anything, not even power for like 4 hours in any direction. And if an accident or emergency happens, you're screwed. And so our rule is always be safe, have fun. And like, if you're not being safe, you're gonna end up in a situation where it's not fun or it's really not gonna go well. And so, like, we always try and play things by the safe route, like, and especially like I don't know. I mean, I drank hardcore as a kid and a young teen and stuff, but like when you're mixing the water with it, the ocean or a lake or a river, it just takes a second. It takes 1 second in a river to go down, and no one's gonna find you again because of the currents.
That's
It takes
right.
one wave in the ocean to knock you, and you're done. And that's what people like forget, you know, like all the time. And we'd see tragedies even with young, you know, kids because parents are drinking and they weren't keeping track of their kids at the beach or wherever. So, like, I always say, holidays are like maybe the best time to say I'm gonna stay sober and not have
I
those
never drink.
drinks because, like, then you're not gonna make those mistakes like most people do. And I'm not trying to blame it all around alcohol, but usually it's the combination that catches up with people when they went out to go have a good time and it turned out to be not a good time, you know?
Yep. And fishing factor and Joe, what do you guys think about this? Okay, when you are 18 and over, it's okay to play activities. It's okay to have a structured activities going on. Who cares if you don't look cool? When I was observing the scene, there was nobody playing volleyball in the water. There was nobody playing water basketball. They're just drinking, having cups in their hand. I bet you anything, if somebody were to bring a volleyball net, they have a ball, they're playing volleyball back and forth. There was a microphone, maybe a little dancing contest, you know, on the stage, or like some type of pretend or imagination play. People playing basketball. I bet you anything he wouldn't have lost his life because the kids are playing activities in the water. If especially when there's a whole bunch of dudes and you're athletic, they're probably gonna drift to playing that volleyball or basketball game in the water, getting a team going. You have to have a structure.
Yeah.
Okay? You have to have a structure. It doesn't matter if you're
That's why I was always a surfer. I was always surfing, and last thing you're going to do is drink and go surfing. So, you know, like, but even surfing's dangerous, you know, even fishing's dangerous. But I was always trying to find fun that didn't always have to do with consumption, you know? I think the youth nowadays feels that the consumption is how they have to have fun. And like, we brought fun, and then consumption was maybe just part of it, maybe is how I would look at it, because we were always doing activities. Like, even if we went to the beach and we were planning on drinking, well, we were planning on drinking while we played horseshoes.
You see,
on the
that's
beach.
what I'm talking about.
We didn't just stand there and drink. We did something that carried on like a fun interacting activity that like
I never
met more people or something, you know. So
maybe they feel like they're too cool, or they don't look stupid if they're playing volleyball in the water, or like basketball, or horseshoes, or water polo, or water. Maybe they feel like I'm too cool to throw a ball in the water. I'm too cool.
Yeah. I think a lot of it's too just it's the groups and leadership you hang with, you know, and a lot of kids are influenced by what they see on,
and also the
internet and the
parents.
The internet, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or all that stuff, isn't real life. It's fake. It's just like watching reality TV. It's not real TV. You can call it reality TV, but it's not real. And so I think that's part of it, you know, like a lot of people are out trying to impress others instead of trying to impress their fun of having, you know, themselves. And so a lot of people just follow everybody else instead of do what they want to do, you know, is fun.
Exactly.
Growing up, most of, like, till I was 10 years old, out in the woods, helped me. I never wanted alcohol.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
getting
probably
out.
connecting with nature. It's nature. Probably you're not really like I feel high and I feel naturally bonded with being in the woods without no alcohol. Some people they feel bonded and connected. They don't need a drink.
Yeah.
They feel the nature.
But then
You
it's
know,
also
Ukiah area where I lived when I was 10, between Ukiah and Hopland. I lived on that hill up there.
okay.
So yeah, we had nature. We had
All
geese,
around.
ducks, chickens, goat, dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
would
can tell you
say
something funny about my dog Bassett. My Bass Hound. 2 mountains over, he went to be with a taller female,
Mm.
I
and
always
they were
say
smart. And he's a Basset Hound.
your environment and then who you surround yourself with, the people, like, are those people going to lift you up? Are they going to bring you down? Do they really want what's best for you? And it's weird because, like, you can say the same thing for a work environment too. Like, I've been in work and maybe I'm making a ton of money, but the work environment is not healthy. And none of these people give a shit about me or my family or career. And they're just taking advantage of me. Yeah, money's
Exactly.
great, but is my like mental health around work great, you know? And I had to learn those lessons really the hard way. Like, I remember my first fire captain, this old school guy that could have been a chief easily, but he stayed as a captain, and people would ask him, why did you hold yourself back and only work as a captain? Why did you ever take the promotions to go up and become a chief? And he said, because they don't give a fuck about me when I become a chief, and I don't get to do what I love. Like, I became a firefighter to fight fire. I didn't become a firefighter to be an administrator or introduce policies and politics and worry about the behind the scenes management of the entire department. Like, that's not why he was driven to be a firefighter. And when I heard that, I was like, dang, that's great advice. I want to be just like you. And then he's like, no one's going to ever look after your career as much as you're going to look after your own career. You have to look after you. Yeah, you have to look after your own career. It doesn't matter someone offering you a promotion or telling you they're trying to mentor you and help you along. If you're not taking the same effort for yourself, you're gonna be let down. Like, these people are gonna let you down no matter who they are. They could be your best friend, could be your boss, whoever it is. You could be your partner in a business. You know, like, dang, this is some salty, harsh words, but he's giving me this from his experience and reality because he'd been hurt the same way of putting all his faith and time and effort into people or his his crew on his engine and got screwed. And I was like, dang. And so later on in life, when it would happen to me, I'd be in a great job and everything's going good and getting bonuses or treated, good with pay. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't the way it was all,
This is actually a very great topic because I want to ask you, when you're in your firefighter career, all the dudes, all the gentlemen, men that you worked with, can you tell and feel that they're supposed to be there, like that they're just doing it just to do it, or you could just tell them?
I would say 90% are all doing it for the love of the job, because none of us get paid what we're sacrificing, time, body, mind, soul, whatever, like, you could die out there. So
and how about the other
not
10%?
getting paid enough, just like guys in the military,
And how about the other 10%? Can you name at least one guy? Like, can you tell?
There's people that get caught up in the business of politics of trying to make money or trying to move up into a rank or a power position where they think they're now made it, right? Like, you can become the president of the United States, think you made it, you didn't make it. Like, there's no ever I made it in life. It is what I've learned. Like, I've talked to billionaires and people that are retired or people that I feel might have it all, and there's like really no I made it moment. You have to feel that way along the way, is what I was kind of mentored
Yeah.
along of the right way to really experience success. Is if you aren't experiencing it in your journey to the top, when you get to the top, it's never going to be what you thought it was.
Exactly.
Like in sports, I've made it to the top of sports, been a champion in many times in sports and different things. And
Which
the
ones?
actual
Which ones? Which sports?
wrestling, mixed martial arts.
Oh, I could see you doing that.
Yeah, and you know, I competed in college. I've competed in national levels, and you know, had a lot of success in championships won, I could say, over time with individual championships and teams. But all that, like I had a roommate in college that played for the Patriots after college wrestling and had 4 Super Bowl rings. And I talked to him like, hey, you know, getting a Super Bowl ring, was it like everything you always dreamed of and all these things? And he's like, nah, actually it wasn't. And I was more thinking about, you know, going to spend time with my family more than celebrating and going to parades to celebrate winning a championship, you know?
Exactly.
So like these journeys, these times where you're spending to get to that victory on the podium or hold up the trophy, it's really like, if you didn't enjoy all the practice time, the learning, the efforts that went along the way, then you're probably not going to enjoy even the top of the podium.
Exactly.
And that's where a lot of my friends that, like I said, have been successful in sports too, or life. Like they tell me like, hey, some of their losses in sports were like some of the best moments in their life, because they got an opportunity to learn. It humbled them. It grounded them and made them work harder to accomplish their goals and dreams and stuff. And like, it was really the tough times that got them to be so successful and so admired by everybody else. But they didn't hold those tough times as like misery. They held it as like an opportunity, a lesson, a challenge, you know, like something that inspired and motivated them to continue to get better. And that's what I've kind of always tried to apply to a lot of things. You know, no one likes to be down and feel that they're not being successful, but at the same time, you never have more opportunity than when you're down. You know,
Exactly.
like, because there's only one real way to go if you're going to try and go up. Is you're going to get better and start learning and finding a ton of successes. But it takes those times of situations to learn from, you know. So
Yep, you
the
can.
worst
You know,
ones that can happen are death, though. Like that's never something easy, whether it's a family member or something like that. But
you know when you're supposed to be in the workplace. You can feel it. You can like, am I really supposed to be here? Is this really supposed to be am I career driven here, or is it supposed to be somewhere else? Like people, like I could tell if you have an entrepreneur type of spirit, or you have passion or drive, and you're in a job environment. There's so many toxic people, and that is when you know there's certain people in the workplace. They love the drama. They love that that toxicity. They just love it. They feed off of it. And then there's other people that you could just literally feel it when you're around those type of people in that environment. That's why I got out of being in the regular workplace. Fishing Factor and Joe, it's not for me anymore. I used to love to work.
Well, it takes your heart away when you work so hard for others, you know, and
yes,
you don't benefit yourself from it, or they take advantage
tell you
of you or something. So
Yeah.
Most of the places I worked at,
There's been a lot of sabotage in the workplace. People are sabotage and you know and plotting and planning and retaliating, like, and the people that are sabotaging other people, from my experience, they didn't do it all the time. They did it when they felt like it. That's super dangerous.
well, it's
and
coming
super
from the
risky.
top down career wise. So like these corporations are now
Yep.
trying to make money, right? That's the main thing. Their goal is just make money. Well, in the process, they're cheating their own people. They're firing people that have been around building the company for 10 years to replace them with some kid out of college they can pay for half the price. And then they take advantage of that college kid. And as soon as he learns enough, they fire him and find the next college kid that's not smart enough to know better that they're being taken advantage of. So, like my son, perfect example of this. So, my son works for Chipotle, the company, and he started out as just a regular worker on the line making food for people, right? Well, you're doing such a great job and you never call in sick and you're always on time and you always stay and pick up shifts. We're going to make you a manager. You're doing a great job. You can manage the store. All right. He's managing the store. You're doing a good job with the store. Everything's great. Your employees are showing up and you're not having to fire anyone. There's no drama. We're going to make you the general manager, kid. And my son's like, whoa, he's going to be a general manager. And I'm like, wow, that's a huge promotion, son. I'm like, you're making the big bucks now. And he's like, yeah, I am. I'm making $55,000. And I'm like, son, you're getting screwed. They're paying you half the price of what a general manager gets paid. A general manager should be at least making 110, nothing less. But they're paying you as a manager to work as a general manager right now. And you're even getting paid too low as a manager right now almost. And I said, they're screwing you. They just found a college kid that was dumb enough to say yes to take the general manager spot at $55,000. And I said, and they'll do this to you until you ask for more money, and then they'll go find another college kid to replace you. And so he worked as a general manager for about a year and a half. And now he just said, I'm quitting. I put in my 2 weeks. And I said, you realize that every general manager for any other fast food chain is getting paid $80,000 to $100,000, if not more. And he's like, yeah. And I said, exactly. So now you take your experience, and if you're going to go work as a general manager, they better pay you what you're worth, not just take the job and do whatever they say because you think you're making more money than you ever made before as a college kid.
Did he ask for more money? Did he ask for a deal and negotiate?
I think he was going to try to, but then he just kind of realized that they were already looking at replacing him. Wow. So I told him, I said, dude, this is the corporate world. This is what they do to everybody. I was working in a safety job, and I'm running an entire high-rise story building, and I know the only way they can replace me is someone with qualifications, and they have to pay them what they're worth. They can't just find another person off the street for my job. But I see them hiring these other kids that are engineers or new to construction on the job, and they're just hiring them on the street with no experience and paying them half what the job title is worth.
Okay, they're hiring them, and they're just hoping for the best.
Yes,
that's what they're doing.
Filling a spot and put them in there until they either make it or fail. And if they fail, they just fire them and get someone again to fill in the spot because they need a spot filled, is what I would say.
They don't realize that's
here I'm the one that's
money for them.
The head guy in charge of all the inspections and safety and fire efforts on this building, and I know all the people working under me don't have the qualifications and are just thrown into these jobs. And I couldn't sleep at night because I was like, I've got to check their job because I know they don't even know how to do their job. So I was doing my job plus everybody else's to keep people alive safe while my building was being built. And I was going to have the record of no one dying on my job. Like, that's huge in construction. If you build something really big that's dangerous and nobody dies, you get a good reputation. And you can kind of work wherever the hell you want in the world in construction. And I was in that world, and I'm kind of glad I got out of it with my accident, because I would have spent less time than I do with my family, and maybe I would have been a multi-millionaire, but I wouldn't have loved what I was doing anymore. So
I can tell by your energy fishing factor that you had to go through all this life experience to get to where you're at now. I can tell by your demeanor, by your energy, by your swag, by your vibe. Some people they work so hard, they have so much passion, and then they go through all these life experience dealing with people, but that's not what they're really supposed to do. Then strange things start to happen mentally, physically, emotionally. And you could tell when you could literally feel if you're supposed to be in that field. When you get older dealing with people, you could tell if you're an entertainer, you could tell if there's something you feel. It's a feeling, right? And you know that you want to be there because you have passion, drive, and the knowledge, and you're smart and you know the ropes, but that's not really where you're supposed to be. I want to ask you, Joe, real quick, what is your work experience been like? I'm just curious so I can get a feel. I know Fishing Factors, I've known his work experience. With me, I was working at restaurants, grocery stores, retail. So now all those work experience, it led me to be a toy inventor. Now I'm on the other side. So like, I want my toy, my invention to be sold in Walmart and Target and online. But I went through all that life experience in the workplace since I was 16, working at hardware stores. I worked at Orchard Supply. I worked at so many different jobs. I worked at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I worked at Sprouts. I worked at Trader Joe's. I worked for Trader Joe's for 5 years. I worked at different restaurants, Red Robin, Elephant Bar, Casa Pomodoro. I worked at Elephant Bar. I worked at so many jobs dealing with people and customer service and hospitality and stocking shelves and groceries and all this stuff and most of the jobs that I was at, give them a month or two with my personality that I would get sabotaged at work. I would experience being bullied. Then I would stick up for myself, and the people would be standoffish against me because I have a voice at work. I would report some people to HR because I don't want to get into a work related issue on the floor in the workplace that's going to make it worse, because a lot of these people in regular workplaces, they have cliques. They click up and then they start to retaliate and bully you and stuff like that. Retaliation and discrimination in the workplace is something that goes on, but you have to prove it. You have to get witnesses. You have to do all that. And then when you do report all this stuff to HR and the regional, then you become a liability, and they find ways. And exactly, they find ways to get rid of you. And I'm getting
HR is the key.
I know that now. I know that now. But back in the day, when it took me when I got older I used to handle work conflicts on my own. That didn't work. Fishing Factor. I swear to God, I tried to handle it without going to HR. I really did, and I just got fed up. And it doesn't even work in my favors. Both, I would handle it on my own, then I would end up getting fired or quit. And then as I got older, I would go to HR. That didn't work because now people know that I'm considered a snitch or I told on somebody. I'm trying to protect myself. I'm not a snitch, but I know that I have to work for my family, for me, for my son, and to survive.
Yeah, I've always tried to tell my kids, hey, if you're not in a good work environment, then you need to find a better one, and always be looking for a better one. Like, don't just stay where you're at.
Joe,
You got-
Joe, what is the work experience? Thank you, Fishing Factor. What is the work
I was
experience?
trying to say, but you kept talking.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry.
I did janitorial for laundromat. I did janitorial for school. I did a lot of different jobs, but not like as much as you. But most of the jobs I went through, they ended up getting shut down or overhauled.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe's works with disabilities, so he finds a lot of work where they can help people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And just like
Good.
my son Janoy, like there's not always a lot of job opportunities, and then when they do give them job opportunities, it's always part time and underpaid, and so
I
it's
was getting
always
paid on one
usually
of them minimum wage.
yeah
It was-
a lot of
He was an ass.
undervalued and not the same opportunity as everyone else. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, going to work for yourself always gives you your value because it's not always about the money, it's about your self-worth of being happy what you're doing,
Yep.
and no one's going to always treat you as best as yourself. You might be
Yeah.
hard on yourself sometimes, but at least you're not going to put yourself down or like take advantage of your own self.
I wouldn't.
And so, you know, that's what I think a lot of people steer towards wanting to work or be an entrepreneur or work for themselves.
Yeah.
I've done it before and wasn't successful. Like I opened up my own mixed martial arts gym and thought I could run a gym and, you know, bring up other fighters and run a fight promotion business. And when I got into it and started doing the business part and added up actually like the numbers of what it would take to start making money to live off of, it didn't add up.
Yeah.
Like the amount I had to pay on rent and the amount I would have to have filled my gym with members, I was going to need like 3,000 gym members. Well, I couldn't even fit 3,000 people in my gym, let alone schedule the time to do that. And, you know, it would have been smarter for me to have calculated those numbers before I invested in building my own gym and getting all the equipment and doing it for, I think we went for 6 months before we shut doors. But, you know, those lessons I learned along the way to how to run a business, how to fail at a business, how to try and do everything at the cheapest cost, but still try and make it profitable.
Yeah. There's one thing.
I did all the remodel myself, the drywall, the remodeling, the hanging all my equipment and doing everything I needed to make my gym look like a nice business. But like when it came down to it, all right, now we're bringing in money, but how much money do we need to bring to keep the doors open and start paying bills on and make money? It didn't add up, and I was like, dang, this was kind of a dumb mistake to go down. You know, I wasted a lot of money and time and effort into trying to build my own business dream. And I look at it as, well, I got the opportunity to do it, but I also got to learn so many different valuable lessons throughout the process. And now when I do other things, I know to look at it from that perspective now instead of go all in first with the money and the time and the effort. All right, well, now we got to do the math problem first before we do everything else. And it's helped me, you know, save more money or not make mistakes like I did in the past. But I can say
I'm very, very proud of you, Fishing Factor. You're smart, dude.
yeah, but during that time of like failure, like I look at it as it wasn't failure because we tried something, you know. And most
It
people,
wasn't a failure. It
well,
was rebuilding yourself.
yeah, well, I really wasn't because I had the most amount of money to
Yeah.
spare to try and invest to make a business. I was already working as a full time firefighter.
Yeah. You get
I
what I'm
was
saying.
already a wrestling coach. I had all this extra time on my hands when I wasn't, because I had no family. I had extra time. Like, if I wasn't fishing or doing whatever, okay, I was fight training and training people to fight and opening up my gym thinking, okay, this is going to take off. This was right at the right time when fighting became really huge in the sport of things. And
Yep.
what I didn't know was, like, I should have been more like a karate gym. So like these karate gyms you see everywhere that are only open maybe 2-3 hours a day. Couple kids come in there and learn karate, and their parents watch them or pay, and then they leave. Well, they've all got grants that usually keep their businesses open, and they're running as a nonprofit grant to teach karate to the community or provide this self defense or recreation. If I would have set up my business
That
like a
way.
karate gym, we would have been successful, and I would have been still running a mixed martial arts gym. But I tried to run it like a McDonald's
Like a
business.
regular gym, like a
Yeah,
regular gym.
or like a legit business instead of a nonprofit. And
Yeah, nonprofit is a type of business. It's
yeah,
just it's run.
how you run it. And I would have been fine, but I didn't run it that way, and I wasn't open to learning how to do it that way. Like, I was like, no, I'm not doing nonprofit. I'm doing this to run a business. I'm doing this to like make money and make fighters and eventually want to hold my own big events. And we had
I could see.
all these dreams
Well,
and aspirations to doing things. And then when the like actual time came down to doing things, the reality set in, you know, and the money was like, okay, this is not as easy as we thought it was going to be, which was, you know, it was good at the time that I learned. I could have lost probably more money. I don't regret losing any of the money I spent because, like, we still had fun doing everything we tried to do. It was just more of a heartache of not succeeding where I thought there was no way I was going to fail. Like, to me, I get real stubborn and like, I'm like, oh, if I just work harder, we'll make it work. You know, we'll put this fire out if we just work a little bit harder. That's not the way business always works. You can't just throw more money at it or time. And yeah, that's when I had to kind of reset and go, okay, this is not going to work out, and we're going to have to change tactics of what we're going to do.
Yeah, you learned the hard way, but even though you learned the hard way, it still made you who you are now. Of course, you weren't thinking about that. I don't know.
I was saying exactly what he did.
You
Yeah, I mean,
accomplished, and then it and the thing about entrepreneurship, you're good, and then you fail, and then you're gonna find something that you're good at. But from all your experience that you're telling me, to me, you are a leader. And I can feel your energy, I can feel your passion, your drive. You're a dad. You went through all this life experience. I think you're super smart. Just from you're just looking at you, you're intelligent, you're sharp, dude. And all the experience that you've been through, a lot of people has never even done that. You were a firefighter, dude. You opened up your own martial arts gym. I've been a gym member since I was 16, and I feel a lot of respect on a different level for people that even open up a gym. My sister
yeah,
is a personal trainer. My sister. She's an entrepreneur, and
yeah.
she's a personal trainer. You know, her name is Dion Davis, and her business is called Lift It Up. When you get a chance, look up her business, and you'll see my sister Lift It Up. But she made a career out of the health and
Mhm.
fitness industry. You know, she felt a connection with it, but that's her passion, that's her drive, that's her purpose. And but you know your purpose. Like Joe, you're with people with disabilities. You're supposed to be in that field, in that era. And if it's not what you're doing now, you're still going to continue to be that on a different level. Joe, you can open up your own nonprofit business with people with disabilities. You're staying in that field. And the reason why I feel so strongly about this because my son has a disability. My son
Can
my
I
son
say
is
something?
my son is autistic.
Oh,
It was
awesome.
a lot harder for me to get the stuff to get started because I needed people that could help me with the front of the office. You know, part of it.
Yeah.
Like if I had Fishing Factor helping me with like some of the paperwork, would
Mm-hmm.
have been better because he
Yeah.
knows some of the stuff. And I would do nonprofit because what I'm trying to do is to help homeless veterans in my area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see you, Joe. I can see you opening up your own nonprofit organization. I can see people helping you fund, and you'll be your own boss, your own. You don't have to deal with
Yeah.
all that drama dealing with people, dude.
I
I'm
just need
telling you.
somebody helping me with the paperwork, like say Fishing Factor or say yourself that could be like the office part of it.
I don't
Yeah.
know how to. I'm gonna be bad at
I'm using
paperwork.
you as an example.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm super bad at paperwork. I would actually hire someone to do my paperwork for me because I'm in the Joe. A Fishing Factor already knows this. I'm in the toy gaming animation industry. My business is called Wild Water Heroes, and
Yeah.
me and my son recreated a new team of superheroes that are half human and half animal. And we want to be in the same category like Disney, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Hasbro, Mattel. I'm inspired by The Wizard of Oz. I'm inspired by Cinderella, Rapunzel, Fairy Tale Theater, Shelley Duvall, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey. I want to be in
Exactly.
I want to be in that type of field because
I'm an idea person. I'm more
when
of an
I
idea.
was
I'm something.
younger, when I was younger, I was very animated, I was outgoing. I like to dress up a lot and pretend play. And now it's some type of redemption because the stuff that I was doing younger, I want to do now. I had to go through all this life experience to finally figure it out. I was in modeling school, I was in acting school, but I didn't have passion for it the way I have passion about this. I tried my hardest to be in the entertainment industry. I applied for the Real World
Yeah,
MTV.
you're totally.
Okay, yeah, dude. But the thing is, though, I didn't get picked for a reason. I drove down to Berkeley. They had auditions the old school way where you stand in line. I didn't get picked. And even though I made it all the way to the final round, the casting director did not choose me. It wasn't my time. You know, I tried my hardest to put myself out there as an entertainer. But I didn't know that you can be famous and creative behind the scenes. I did not know that. If I did, I would have done being an entrepreneur in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Let me another thing too, so you can get my personality. I auditioned. They had a casting for Beverly Hills 90210. In San Francisco, me and my cousin stood in line.
Oh, wow.
We had to read a script and a part to get the part of Beverly Hills 90210. I didn't get picked. All these things, I tried my hardest to put myself out there, but I didn't know that you could be famous behind the scenes. I did not know that. I thought you have to be famous or be discovered in front. You know,
Yeah.
I'm going to all these casting places when I was younger. I just gave up. I was
Yes, you
like,
can be behind the scene
this is
famous.
this is way too hard. I just gave up and I started. And the thing is, though, I always knew deep and down inside I'm supposed to be an entertainer. I'm entertaining people at work. I'm stocking the shelves. I'm shaking my booty in the workplace. You know what I mean? I'm flirty and I'm nice and I'm all this. Not like because I'm like a hoe or a skank. It's because I love talking to the guys. I love talking to the females. I was biggest flirt in high school. The whole school nominated me biggest flirt. I got nominated for class clown in middle school, so that way that you guys know that I'm not a floozy. I've always been I always I always been like class clown and biggest flirt. A lot of different people always invited me to different parties. I had groups of people from different diverse, the Filipinos, the Chinese, the black people, the white people. They always wanted me to go to their parties because I loved every group.
That's
So
awesome.
that's
Exactly.
the reason why. That's the another reason why that Wild Water Heroes is to this day, because my toy line is a diverse group of ethnic superheroes. Because those are
Yeah.
that's how I grew up with different people. Fishing Factor and Joe, I'm telling you, I'm supposed to be in the toy and gaming and animation
I believe
industry.
it.
I
I
I
actually
just
created a book. I made a
I
comic
always
book a while
say,
back.
I say this: if you're following your passions, like it will guide you because like you're gonna do it regardless money or anything else. Like that's not what drives you when you have a passion. Like nothing about money has anything to do with me in fishing. And like I've made money in fishing. I've spent a ton of money in fishing, but like
Yep.
money isn't why I go fishing or anything to do with it.
It's
Like I'll be
things you
fishing
like to do.
Yep,
regardless, and it's
and that's how
because
I feel about Wild Water Heroes. And Joe,
yeah,
that's how you should feel about your nonprofit organization. Joe, when you get a
I was
chance, look
trying to say something
look
every time I
Joe,
tried.
when you get a chance, go to my page, type in the Toy Shark or Nicole Davis. You'll see the superheroes that me and my son created, and my
yeah,
son, he's
it's
autistic.
awesome.
My son is autistic, so we
I was trying to
created.
say something. I kept getting
Oh, I'm so
interrupted.
I'm so sorry.
Both of you.
I'm sorry.
What you said about the superhero, I actually created a comic book one time, but it wasn't out there to the public. It's
Nice.
about a super time wizard.
Hell
Oh.
yeah.
Basically, he was in the his shop in the time shop cleaning when the lightning hit that caused his cleaning supplies and all that fused with the timepieces.
Rad.
Okay, why haven't you not brought your comic book to life like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? People, usually entrepreneurs that are in the toy and gaming industry, they have an idea, they sketch it, they think of some type of animation character in their head, and then they go for it, just like Walt Disney did with Mickey Mouse. Why haven't you made your lizard come to life? Why?
My one thing is I did not know this was like roughly over 11 years ago. I did that, and I
Okay.
didn't
Is it
how
not,
to
is
do
it, is it not your passion? Because I feel very passionate about
What
about
happened
our
is
heroes.
I
Why didn't you make your lizard come to life, Joe? Because what if your lizard could be the
not
new
lizard wizard. Like
wizard? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Why didn't you make your wizard come to life and turn it into a cartoon? Those cartoons can turn into toys if you get it manufactured. If you
it's kind of hard
create
for me because
created something in your head, why didn't you make your wizard come to life so people
I
can?
was trying to explain. Part of it is because I'm one that ADH, like I start something and I can't continue doing it.
I get you.
Squirrel.
Oh,
A lot of projects.
okay. Well, what you call? Do you feel like that's your passion to make your wizard, your animation creation come to life, or you want to stick? You want to do your nonprofit and work on it? Because I'm telling you, it's not easy to make your creation, your imagination play, your pretend play. Make the whole world and universe know about your toy or your comic book. It's not easy, dude. It's a freaking roller coaster, and that's what I'm going through right now.
I want to make it.
Definitely tough.
It is not easy to make the whole world know about your superhero toy. Like, look, I have the same drive. I want people to know about Wild Water Heroes like they know Spider-Man and Batman. Disney, those people are super smart. They created characters, and people to this day look up to
Yep.
Mickey Mouse, to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Mickey Mouse wasn't the original mouse like that. It was a revisement of the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I know it was something else.
Yeah, it was.
Something Box Willie.
Yeah,
So Box Willie or something.
and even before that, there was another one that soapbox went a little bit better, and then
It's not soapbox.
it was something like that. You know how they would. It was like 4 different mouses before Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, yeah. They do that in the animation field. They sketch out an original, and then they make little tweaks to it, or maybe somebody in marketing saying, "Hey, I feel like this would work." There's a story behind why they changed the original character. They did it for a reason, because look at Mickey Mouse and the whole Disney line is huge. So whatever Walt Disney did in the 1920s and 1930s, obviously it wasn't working, or the marketing wasn't that powerful, so they had to do something to change it. So when there's stories about an entrepreneur that created an imagination superhero, maybe they sketch out something they felt, but then when it comes to marketing and advertising, they're like, okay, we're gonna have to make some changes. I feel like the people, humanity, your customers would like it this way. There has to be a reason why they switch up and change characters. There has to be a reason. I'm going through it right now, and there's characters that we thought of, and we're not advertising that character. If you look on my page, there's characters of Wild Water Heroes, and then I changed it. I changed it for a reason. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is
but put them on the back burner for later.
Yep.
Exactly. So that's my passion. I want you to remember me, Joe, because in Fishing Factor, I know you're going to remember me. We are going to be the next new team of superheroes that is going to be globally known. That's what we're driving for. We want people to know about our Wild Water Heroes, and just the name itself, Wild Water Heroes. What do you feel, Joe, inside when you say, "Hey, I'm going to go to Wild Water Heroes. I'm going to purchase Wild Water Heroes." What do you feel when you hear that name? What do you feel?
It's
Joe, what do you when you hear Wild Water Heroes? What do you feel inside? Tell me.
like I was trying to say, I was trying to kind of feel like it's got to be water themed,
Yeah, water park style.
or like almost like Aquaman, those type of.
Yes. Well, watch out, you guys, because Wild Water Heroes is going to come to America soon, coming to a live near you.
Yeah.
Wild Water Heroes, baby. And Fishing Factor, you are a part of Wild Water Heroes because you already fish in the water. While it's good, you can already relate to that. You know what I mean? So every time you fish, I want you to think that a Fishing Factor, I am a wild water hero. When you fish, you are a wild water hero fishing.
I can tell you, I do.
Well, hopefully I can help the
turtle.
business out and really help it grow. That's what I want to do. In any way I can, that's what I like to do, is help others on here more than probably just about anything.
I was going to say,
I really don't give a shit about making a ton of money on TikTok. I mean, it would be nice, but it's not my only goal on here. It's really to get back to helping others like I was when I was a firefighter.
Yep, because you're a hero. You have hero tendencies. That's why.
Thanks.
I was trying to say something to you guys.
Okay, sorry, Joe.
My logos, I do turtle. It's you've seen some of them, Fishing Factor, right?
Yeah.
I have turtle, I have dolphin, and a fish with a snorkel. For a submarine.
Yeah.
For my
Guess what, Joe? Guess what, Joe? One of our characters is a half human, half dolphin. Sure is, buddy.
That's cool.
Thank you. You guys, my son, he's up. He's autistic, so he be sleeping a little late, and then he wakes.
Yeah.
He has different sleeping patterns. And my son, he's up, so I got to make him his late lunch. But follow me, Joe. Fishing Factor. I'll be on to see you when you join live when I get the chance. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
And talking to you guys is better than therapy. Let me tell you.
Exactly.
For that, whenever you need it.
All right.
Whatever
I'll see you
I can
later.
do to help, and we're always around. We'll try and be live more consistently daily.
Do it when you feel like it. When you want to be live, you do it. You're your own boss. You be live when you feel like it. How do you leave this page? Do I do it or do I?
I can disconnect you.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are everyone is a wild water hero. Everyone.
Let's go, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she's great. I met her. She's was trying to get on Shark Tank with her son's toy. It's like a shark, half shark, half human, like plushie toy. So I was trying to help her and showing her some things like I've learned using TikTok, ChatGPT, all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah. Shark Tank, not really the best, but when you get on it, you at least you get noticed quicker.
Yeah.
Even
I
if
used
you
to
don't,
love watching that show and learning from it. They taught me a lot to think about when you run a business, like what to
even
what
if you
to
don't
do.
get on like to get anything, you just get on the camera.
Yeah.
Your thing's gonna fly off the shelves.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But what I always say is we see a lot of stuff like on TV, businesses or ideas that give us ideas. Mainly is just find stuff that you can be successful or already successful at. Do
I might
those
redo
alongside with your passions
I was going to
and
tell you something. I might work on my time wizard again
well,
because I'm at the studio where we have what they call Procreate.
mhm,
It's kind of like Photoshop, but it's a little bit more in
different.
depth.
Yeah, that's cool.
You can use pen tool on it where uh, the other one doesn't have it.
And now, Joe, with the help of AI, which you didn't have 11 years ago, there's actual more reality to bringing a character like that to life.
Yeah,
Whether in a video, an animated video, like you don't have to be an animator to make an animated video anymore. All you have to do is kind of share with AI your idea and what your thoughts are or a sketch, and it will literally create it for you.
my wife looked up toy,
The,
the one that was on.
Oh, Toy Shark?
Yeah.
Right on.
yeah, I looked up Nicole Davis, and there's a lot of videos of her
Yeah, she's done a lot.
done.
She's been working hard for the last, I would say, like 6 months plus on developing what she's doing.
We're doing a show called Just Us and Mama. I'm a single parent, and you
That's
know
her.
that
Yeah.
us single ladies are looking for a lot of things to do
Hey, Troy, something.
Trying to get her into Applejuice Creator Network because I think she would do real well and meet a lot of good
Yeah.
people that could help her business out too with it.
Okay, sir.
say hi to the people.
But I think
Yeah.
she's still new to like going live. I don't know how much live time she's been doing,
Yeah.
but eventually I think people, the more they go on and even like get on boxes, they get the confidence to actually do a live for themselves.
When
Or
I started live here, or like doing live, I used to be like, I mean, when I did recording for video, they had to record with a mic right against my mouth, and then even then, they had to have me talk a little louder because I always talk like
yeah.
because I was so
Get
shy.
better, you know. Yeah, it takes time. Everyone's got
But being
nerves
on,
or
like,
shy
live-
starting. Like me, Joe, I hadn't been on for a week because I was on vacation. I had nerves on going live because I hadn't done it just for a week. Got
I
out
was
of
saying,
practice.
I did Live.me, I did TikTok, I did other ones like that.
What helped me is I'd already gone live on like Facebook and done YouTube.
Yeah.
And so TikTok was really nothing different. And then I don't really, besides embarrassing my kids, which I don't get embarrassed by embarrassing them, I don't really have any worries. Like, I don't worry about what my friends are gonna say so much. they're the ones that will give me the most smack, and usually they either would watch and say was good or laugh about it, or they didn't even watch. So it was like, so that's what I've always had to learn. Like, half the people you're worried about seeing and judging you aren't even watching,
Yep.
and so you can't really care about what they think.
Yep. I just go and try to have fun, but I need at least sometimes when people come in, like if I had you watching and you had the power to block ones that said the N word.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Good moderators.
What's funny is TikTok has the ability to block them themselves and moderate that themselves and
It's how
ban
they
those
do it.
accounts, but they don't. They make it put it on the creator, which is really bullshit. It's like TikTok, you're gonna monitor your own app, but you're gonna make someone else be responsible to monitor your app.
Like when they
That's
put
not how it works. Like that's not
Oh,
how
sorry,
any of the
sorry.
other social media sites work. Like if you said that shit on Facebook, Facebook's gonna ban you and take it down. They're not gonna wait till the creator goes into his own comments and takes it down, So
Yep.
that's where I really have a lot of
Mixed.
untrust in TikTok. I don't think they're good actors. They don't do what they say they're going to do or protect people that they're trying to not hurt. Like, obviously, you sit there and say you want to protect people from nudity, yet you'll put out all these type of influencers and you'll push them out that are showing a lot of skin. So don't tell me you don't want people showing nudity when that's all you're pushing out. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Unless
like,
you make a separate TikTok side.
exactly, or
don't
whatever it is. It's like, don't be a hypocrite, and there are real hypocrites with
What
a lot
you
of.
have to put in, like, say TikTok S. The S stands for
Exactly.
Intimate Act.
Yeah.
The
But
adult side.
they'll let other creators get away with a lot more, and then punish ones that aren't doing anything. And that's just the
It's
greed.
the AI being
No,
stupid.
it's a lot of money. It's all usually money driven and greed. And so I'm not gonna let that consume me on this app. Like, I do want to make money. That's always a goal. But my goal for my money is to go spend vacations like this, go to San Diego.
Like I'm
I'm
using
stacking my money in a
my
treasure
product.
chest.
Using this as a launch pad for my stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
get it out there to some, and then they can tell more people.
Yep.
Like I gotta get some more of that wood so I could work on the TikTok logo and get it where it's boom, 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 every time.
Yep.
And people don't get. When I do a test run on like a scrap piece of wood, that for $7 I can do a lot more than I do with the craft one.
Yeah.
I go to a local lumber mill, get 2 foot square.
Do they give you any scrap wood sometimes for free?
No, because where we are, they don't really do that.
They don't have any.
There's scraps.
I used to work at a wood shop, and they would have so much scrap wood all the time. And there was different people that would come and pick it up, and then they would do projects or whatever with it.
Only thing that they would let you take is the pallets.
Oh yeah, you can't really do much with the pallets.
You can break them apart and use them. You can cut them out, like make slats out, cut the slats out.
Yeah.
But that's also work. Beyond normal.
That's lots of work. That's what I've learned with my head injury. There's things that I could do that wasn't a lot of work, or didn't seem like a lot of work and would be easy to get done. Nowadays, mowing my lawn is like almost too much work. Like just the little things is a lot.
What I'm doing now,
Tough.
I'm also doing stocks.
Well, you're trading stocks?
Not trading, doing the monthly dividend one.
Oh, okay.
TO.
Putting some money in stocks.
And then it's making money each month.
Yeah, that's good. That's
So
fun.
it's not a lot right now because you got to get so much out there before you can get some back.
Yeah.
But think about it, if you put 10,000 out there and it's making enough to go, that's good.
Yeah, pays for itself. That's what we do. We put our money in Walmart stock. We have a lot of money in our Walmart stock.
Real TO is like the 7-Eleven, Dollar Tree, those types.
Okay.
They rent out those places. They own the properties.
Nice. They're the lease management company. Yeah.
Yeah. So think about that. If you want to put some in there, build that portfolio up too. Get the monthly dividend companies like that too.
Yeah.
And then I got one like $20 worth of Costco. I'm gonna try to get real TO up to about where it's making about $1,000 a month, and then start on Costco building that up.
Heck yeah, man.
And I'm doing it by dollar or like hold on, what they call micro, like dollar the Cash App.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that way I'm making small amounts at a time.
Heck yeah, dude.
Cause like I have a little extra this week. Okay, put that little extra instead of spending on candy.
I know that feeling. I got a sweet tooth. I'm pretty proud of myself. I didn't spend a lot of money on my vacation. I bought some things, but like my whole rest of my family, they went on shopping sprees. I kept telling my wife, "Nope, I don't want to buy anything. No, I'm good."
I did spend about $80 on something that I want to get for my laser engraving shelf, making like a shelf.
Uh-huh.
It's before that would be for by your bed, so you can have your phone and everything like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And then my shelves, and I can put all my better projects in that.
Nice.
So it's would be a lot more refined to one area. I don't have to have like 20 plugs because it's all there.
I know how that is, man. We brought a bunch of chargers, and we still felt like we didn't have enough phone chargers because of all the plugs
Yeah.
and where to plug them in. Like when we would stop at the hotel or whatever. And then when we were driving, there's only so many in the car we could use. So seemed like sometime everyone was always charging their phone. That's why I was like, nope, I'm not even going to use my phone. I'm just going to let it go dead.
You know, one thing is
Get
get
my
battery.
phone for a week.
Get the battery packs.
Yeah, we have those too. We do.
I'm talking about getting like a bank of those. You charge them up at night.
Yeah, and then you have them all day.
Yeah, while you're on the road.
Yeah.
For some, like
Yeah,
you.
for Streabead. Because Streabead is what burns your battery the most.
Yeah.
Like I could have my phone on, and as long as I'm not streaming, it will stay on all day on one charge. But if I start streaming, my phone's only going to last a half a day, a quarter of the day.
Depends on all the stuff you got.
Yeah. Well, when it's streaming, I think it's using more of the functions of the phone to
Camera, the audio, the
and even just the loading of all the information that happens. That's why your phone gets hotter while you're streaming.
yeah. That's why I put it. You hear it?
Yeah.
I'll say it. Just a second.
Oh yeah.
That's right here on TikTok. I got it.
Nice. Well, I think I'm gonna finish unpacking some stuff around here. I'll probably go live later on this afternoon.
I'm gonna go in a little bit and
Try and do some
start
fishing.
laser engraving on fabric. I'm gonna try to do some real thin laser. It's basically going to be challenging. I'm gonna try it.
Hell yeah. Well, before you go, I want to send this to you because I was gonna send this in the battle yesterday, but so I'm sorry I didn't make it to the battle, but at least could send you the gun now.
I had Goldad. I had Justin, or just that. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, this
Well,
just in.
And then I think Lydia or one of the other couple of the others come in.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get it set up next time where I'm not out of town and we don't mess this up. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can.
Bad because I still at least did some, and I give back. I will give back to like you guys to help build up. Because if I build you up, you build me up.
We all do. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna probably not do any battles this next month. I think I'm gonna take a month off because literally every time I think the last 3 battles I tried to set up, they were no shows. So like, and they weren't our own people; it was other agencies. So I'm like, know what? 3 strikes, I'm taking a break.
Do like you can even do if you want to keep the battles going, but not like. Don't
I
do
just won't do the scheduled agency ones. Probably, I'll
just
probably
schedule
do some fun ones. You know, we'll do some randoms and some
kind of like what you did with
ones. Yeah, but I'll probably like the big ones where I do power ups and all that. I'm probably gonna take like a month off break. Because I want to get my Fishing Factor merch business going, and I'm gonna try and work on that the next month of August, so I can get that going, and hopefully we'll have that up by September.
Yeah, I was trying to say if you did do a battle, it'd be interagency battle, like how Chinoy and
if I went against someone in your own agency,
just to keep the battling going, but not like it doesn't matter if half of them don't show up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Just say, hey, if I get some during the battle, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
And then you come back and dump on them,
Yeah, that's what I try and do. I try and spread out the love to everyone that I earn when I make money on here. So that's my goal. Put it back into our agency and to our people that are working hard in it.
I got 2 people that is like my agents. You and Gouldad.
Gouldad.
He's the idiot one, and then I go to you.
Gouldad's super awesome, man. He's good people.
Yeah, between you 2, things get done.
Yeah. Well, I try and help everyone out like when I can, because there's times where I'm like,
you're like a floater.
Yeah. Where I'm not getting anything done. Like this last week, me being gone, I didn't do anything on apple juice or anything, so I kind of feel bad.
I'm trying to get my
other things this week.
I was trying to get my other friends of veteran, the VA.
Yeah.
My business one, I'm trying to get going. I need help figure out how to post like things that I do sell.
Yeah. Yeah, once I start working on mine, I'll let you know what I'm doing, what's helping me. I'm going to try and set up mine where I have the auction, where I can auction off items and stuff, and then also sell items. So I got to set that up.
When I do my auctions, it's going to be not just one, it's going to be several, that it's going to be set up with the price too.
Yeah.
Fine.
And then the good thing is, just like how you promote like for a battle, you can promote the day you're going to do a live auctions and tell people, hey, today's going to be the good day. This is when I'm selling these things, and you're going to get the good deals.
Starting price.
We'll be live from this time to this time, and then you'll get people to show up because they're going there for the deal, you know?
You can say, hey, we're going to auction because we want to see how good you guys like it,
Yeah.
basically. And you do your base price, what you bare minimum you would like to get.
Yeah.
But if it goes out,
If it goes more, then you win. Yeah, that's the good thing about it. I can always sell for more.
For you to make it so you can help veteran to ship it to.
Yeah.
But I got to put, it's only going to be in the U.S. and Canada zone. Because it costs to go up farther.
Yeah.
Like zone 9, I got to find out what Canada would be. And I'll get that price too.
Nice. All right, well, I'm going to jump off. I'm going to take a little break till this afternoon, and then I'll probably be doing some live fishing this afternoon, hopefully. I want to.
You see me on, you can come in and say howdy.
Yeah, I'll come by. If you guys are live, send me your live, and
I'll put it in the groups.
All right, I'll stop in.
Yep.
I'll be around today. I'm just unpacking and doing laundry and being lazy today, resting. I might take a nap.
Especially on that long haul, yeah.
Oh man, that drive kicks my ass. It's hard on my brain.
Like, woo-wee.
My brain feels scrambled today, like scrambled eggs.
You need to go to the water and soak up all the energy.
I know. I might go to the hot springs and relax in those things too.
Meditate on life.
Yeah. Well, it's always nice to come home from vacation. That's all I gotta say. It's much cooler here than it was in Arizona. San Diego was nice, but it was fun there a couple of days too.
Up here.
Yeah,
It was 75 up here.
nice. That's good temps.
It's hot for us.
Yeah, it's about 75, 78, I think, here today.
Next month, I'm going to be down in Orville
Oh, nice. I know where that is.
for 3 days.
Cool.
A church retreat.
All right.
It's basically the Kingsmen, they call it.
Cool.
But my family's going to go with me.
That'll be fun.
And if they go to the place where we go fishing, there's a pond that you can catch and release.
Nice. That's always fun.
Yeah, and it's always fit. You almost always catch something.
Catch something, yeah. Especially when they make everyone release them, because then they stay in the pond.
Only time he takes some out is when he needs some for himself. It's his pond for his food.
Cool.
But we pay a certain amount so they could give him some more food too. Yeah,
Yeah. That's cool.
as long as we catch and release.
The fun way to do it. That's what I like to do mainly. Unless I'm fishing in the ocean, then there's certain fish I like to eat.
I don't like eating the fish anyway. I just like catching them.
Catching them, yeah. That's how I was for a long time, and then I had some friends cook up fish the right way for me. They were fishermen, and they made it the right way.
It's not that. It's eating it so much when you're a kid. I mean, almost every meal was fish.
Tired of it.
Uh-huh.
For sure.
So, that's why,
Yep. Especially if it's the same kind over and over.
Mud cat.
Yeah. I like variety. I like trying different kinds. I really like shellfish too, so
There's mud cat.
mussels, clams, crabs, lobster,
You can keep all those things in the water. But I would catch them if I was with you and give them to you.
Heck yeah, we'll do it one of these days. I'm about to go fishing in NorCal.
Yeah. I can show you some places that a lot of people catch, but you got to be careful of rocks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, my cousin lives up in Davis area, and he runs a vet clinic. So he has like a couple different veterinarian hospitals.
Oh.
His main one he runs is in the Davis area by UC Davis, but he has ones down in San Diego area. He has them throughout the like whole state. And sometimes he goes live on the news. His name's Dr. Sam, and he's the guy that goes on Good Morning Sacramento and talks about animals. They usually have him on there. Like talk about, things to take care of your pets or whatever. But he's kind of a famous vet up there. I want to go visit him and go fishing with him. Go for some salmon and some stripers and some halibut.
Yeah. Look up Eureka, California, that area.
Yeah.
For the fish that's in this area.
Yeah, there's good abalone diving up there too. But I think
how to do that.
It's only special times you can only take so many. They have really cool, colorful shells, the abalone.
Yeah. Like if I knew how to do all the diving, like scuba diving.
Yeah.
I would go with you and give you my...
I used to do it all. Now that I have a head injury, I can't really dive anymore.
Not too much.
Yeah, I can't go down deep. I can go about 6 feet deep. That's about it, max.
What we can do is have you go under just enough, hand you the bag, like you just came back up.
Yep. Fill it up.
Not with your catch limit.
Yep. Yeah.
Because you have the injury where you cannot go down any farther.
Yeah.
Hey, who says I wasn't doing it on your behalf? Because your injury, right?
Yeah.
And then I just get myself, and then when we get back to the house, you get mine for your food. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's the way we can work it.
I like that. I like that idea.
Because who says you didn't go down to one of the rocks close to the level where you can? Because there are some that could be down now, that high up.
Yeah. No, they're at all different depths. It's just finding them. They're in the rocks, just like a mussel. They grow on the rocks.
It depends on the size too. The deeper they go, bigger they are.
The harder ones are usually deeper because, or the bigger ones are deeper because they're harder to get.
Unless you have a special rig to put them on.
Yeah.
If you can get one for them, make like how they have like clams.
Yeah.
But having the bigger ones like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So.
Well, all right, man. I'll catch you a little later today.
Bye.
I'm going to get going.
All right, bye.
All right, we'll see you, brother.